Hey Lumineers, my name is Shaik and I'm here to learn Lorcana together with you. Note that this is not a how to play tutorial. If you're looking for that, this is the wrong place. What this is a safe haven where I will play some Lorcana games and explain my choices. You in turn will call me on my misplays or faulty logic and help me to get better so I can help you to get better. Alright guys, today we're playing some Amber Emerald Aggro. I enjoyed playing this deck. It has some capabilities to come back for when you are behind, as opposed to the Amber Amethyst deck that I played yesterday. You have the Amber good stuff, right? Like the Lilo and the one drop Stitch and into the Simba. And then you have the Rapunzel to heal up some cards and draw you some cards. The Hades, which is a form of card draw. Stitch, which can go into the Rockstar Stitch, and then we play just in time to cheat out our 5 drops in the form of Goofy, Cusco, and Mad Hatter. And then we have Be Our Guest for our turn 3 when we have the Simba on the field. We can sing it with the Simba to get us another card. So that's the Amber package, right? Then we have the Emerald package, which is just a one drop 2/2. Flynn Rider because he quests for 2 and he makes our opponent discard a hand. We are playing Meg because Meg together with the cat is a good combo, I think. You play the cat, afterwards you play Meg, so the cat can take out a 2/2, leaving him alive with 1 health. If my opponent then wants to remove the cat, then the cat would have gained us value by removing 2 characters. Otherwise, the turn after we can play Rapunzel to heal up the cat for 2 and then draw 2 cards. Then we have Hans, which just quests for 3. Tinkerbell, which can help us get around bodyguards, and also has evasive, so just a hard to remove minion. Cusco, which has his ward ability, and Mad Hatter, which can fetch us some more cards. Finally, rounding it off with Genie. Actually, only real removal we have in this deck. And apart from that, we play 4 just-in-times to try to cheat out the 5 drops. Didn't really like just-in-time. Also, we're playing 14 uninkable cards, so I actually want to go down on just-in-time, like remove it completely. Play 2 Mother Knows Best so that we have more removal, just so that we can fight for board. You'll see in the matches that because we play so many uninkable cards, or we also don't have that much removal, we actually lost 2 games. This is actually okay because we have the cat. We don't need the Genie now. I'm gonna keep the Hans, go away with the Rapunzel, so then we have 1 to 4. All right. Here we want to play the Stitch. We're not going to be able to play the Duke anytime soon, so that's why we're just going to start with the Stitch. We do play Rockstar, so if Stitch survives till turn 4 and we draw the Rockstar, we might be able to go into that. Opponent playing Amethyst. Important to note that they are playing that, but it doesn't impede our actions right now. So just a standard start from our side. Could be that if he's playing Ruby, that he wants us to set up a board to clear it later on. He is playing Ruby, right? So this is interesting, right? Because he's playing Be Prepared, so we have to be prepared. This turn, we're going to ink a Hans. No, actually, we're going to ink the Simba, because we're not going to be replaying the Simba. because we have a turn 3 play, we have a turn 4 play, and a turn 5 play. But because he's playing Be Prepared, we have to make our board interesting enough for him to play Be Prepared and keep our hand size healthy, right? So Hans is going to help with that. And you see he has 4 cards in hand. We have now 3 cards in hand. But this will quest for 6 next turn. He can't play Dragon's Fire yet. And he's just going to fall behind if he doesn't play something right now to challenge our board, which this isn't. I think we can win this race, right? Because this draws him a card. Okay, so I think we can win the race if we ink the cat and we play the Hatter. And then we just quest up. And now we actually have lethal on board. So he needs to have Dragonfire. And if he wastes a Dragonfire to afterwards clear our board, then that's just tough for him, right? Okay, so he takes that trade. He's going to take this trade. That's fine. Our opponent has a healthy hand size. And he can refill his hand with the mirror, right? So he doesn't actually have to play anything. We can now quest for 5, which we'll do. And this is what I mean, right? This is lethal. We have a healthy hand size. We have cards to play. So now we're just going to pass. We're not going to commit any more to the board. Because if he Dragon's Fires, which he does have. And then next turn, he will be on 7 ink, so he can't play Be Prepared if he has it. So we have to make it... well, we kind of have to bait him into playing it, right? And we should always set up lethal. So this is lethal. I'd rather play 1 more card, which will be the Hans. And then pass. Because now he either needs Be Prepared or he needs to get rid of both of them in another way, which I don't think he can do unless he has a Be Prepared. Dragon's Fire won't be enough. Rafiki, he can't play Rafiki and the Dragon's Fire. So he has to have to Be Prepared. And if he does, then we can fill our board back because we still have to be our guest to search for something to again set up lethal. Maybe just drop the genie because it's also evasive, but I don't think that really matters right now. But anyways, just drop the genie because it quests for 2, right? So then that would be the more secure route to take. And I'm thinking our opponent just is being a bad sport, right? So if you're ever on Pixelborn, don't be a bad sport. Just concede. This is a great combo. We do have these 2, right? But we're missing our 3-drop, so I'd rather go for the 3-drop because in this deck, tempo is key. You need to go fast. Here we're gonna ink the Cheshire Cat because Alright, well, the reason why we inked the Cheshire Cat instead of the Meg is because we have 2 Cheshire Cats and I'd rather have my options open to me. So then on turn 2, if we have to, we can even play the Meg and buff up the Lilo. That's a good card. Let's see. So this turn we're gonna ink the Simba, put down the Lilo again, and just pass. Too bad we didn't have another 1-drop. All right. So let's see. Ink the Meg to play the Simba as a bodyguard. And then start questing. This can't take care of the Simba, but if he has a Rafiki, then that would be nice for him. And maybe even we then just lose. Nice. Okay, see, now we've fallen behind on board, right? And the problem with this deck is if you don't have a good start and you fall behind on board, you're just playing catch up, which we actually can't do. We're gonna ink the Rapunzel, play the cat, because the Rapunzel can draw us cards, which I think we're gonna need. If we draw into a Meg, that would be nice, because then we can take care of one of his dudes, get some value. And there's the Mickey. So it's rough for this deck, right? If you're playing against the control deck. I can just slam it into something to get the 2-card draw off. We don't really need to raise, right? Okay, I think that might be the better play here, right? Because we need tools if we're going to win. This is an evasive card. I think that's better at the moment. We're not going to play our turn 5. We also have another turn 5 play. So ink the Mad Hatter. And then pass. So basically now what I'm trying to do is try to get back on board. If he tries to remove Cat, then it'll at least take one guy with him. And he needs to use the Rafiki to get rid of the cat. Okay. Don't get why he slammed the brooms into the cat though. Okay, let's see. Now we can send the Mickey back to hand. That's 5. Okay. So we have the 1 Lilo. This is an evasive unit. I think this is going to be more important than the Stitch. So we're going to ink the Stitch. Play Genie. Remove that guy. Quest with this, because that's actually all he's good for. Now, do we take the broom trade? It's 2 damage. Then Rafiki. Otherwise, he's going to play the Mickey. Yeah, I think we do need to take this trade. Otherwise, he's going to take the Mickey. Or he's going to replay the Mickey, slam the broom into us, and then get the broom back in hand, right? This isn't by challenge, so he doesn't get that broom back in hand. He's questing with the Rafiki. Okay, interesting. He already inked 2 Paladins. And he still has cards like Dragonfire and Be Prepared. Okay, so because he plays Be Prepared, we actually don't want to commit too much to the board, because next turn he can just wipe the board. These 2 units are great at just questing. I think it's better to now not ink. Play Tinkerbell to make it, or to like, sure you can be evasive. To bait him into playing the Be Prepared if he has it. Because with these cards, we're gonna quest for 6. And he only has 3, right? And he can only take care of the Rapunzel. This trade. But if he does that, we can take this trade. And we have to see if we can get rid of the Goofy. Alright, so just in time. He has a pretty big board, so I think we're good if we play the just in time on the Cusco. We're racing now. So he's gonna take this trade. And then we can take that trade. And then the Cusco can, yeah, I think it's better to quest up and maybe even play the Lilo. Sure, let's just play the Lilo. So if he wants to play Be Prepared, that would be rough. But if he doesn't have it, we're in kind of a good spot. Dragon's Fire. Cool. Man, that Cauldron's such a good card, man. Helps you filter out your deck. Let's see, we're on 5, so that makes 17. So that means that if we play another Cusco, this should be rough for him. So Be Prepared is coming now. There we go. Now the question is, does he have another like Dragonfire or Be Prepared or anything, right? Does it really matter? Well, this has 4 health. Okay, so we're playing Mad Hatter because it has 4 health. He needs to take care of this, so he needs a Dragon's Fire or another Be Prepared. And if he doesn't, then we just win. And if he does, then next turn we'll play Hans, and he can also give us the win. Cool, Elsa. That also works. Another Mad Hatter. Choosing to play the Mad Hatters instead of the Hans because they have just a little bit more health. If he has another Elsa now, he'll win. But no, that's it. So basically, we lost on board, and then because we lost on board, we suddenly had to play a different game than just the aggro game. So that's why we took the hit on the Cheshire Cat and heal it up with Rapunzel. And because we did that, we had more options, we had more value. So I think that was the correct play. I think that's why we won. Maybe just keep the Stitch. Nice, we got the Lilo Simba into a Cheshire Cat. So yeah, you have to utilize your cards, even if that means not questing, but instead just slamming a cat into a 2/2. Let's see, we can ink this guy because we don't have it just in time. Okay, and we have a turn 3 play. So ink that guy to play this guy. The next turn is the Simba turn. All right. This is going to be a race. He's also aggro. Simba can sing this card, so I'm going to ink the Flynn. And go like this, so if he has a Meg, then he can get rid of the Simba. Otherwise, I don't think he can. Maybe with the Mother Knows Best. Ah, right. Because it's Amethyst. You have Rafiki. Oh, that's not the trade I would have taken. I think it would be better to use the Flynn, right? Because now you're ahead on board. But we'll see. Let's see, we need... Again, we're behind. So we need to challenge the board. Best way I can see us doing this is by playing the Stitch, playing the Lilo. This can go into this can go into this, and then the other card he's going to play, that's going to be a problem. We're not going to play the... Well, we can ink this, because this can search as a good card though. So we're going to ink the cat, because the turn after this we're going to play the Tink. And pass. Then we need a turn 5 play, so maybe Be Our Guest can help us there. And then on turn 5, we'll just use 2 of them to do Be Our Guest and then search for a 3-drop. Okay. Another Flynn. And another Pascal. Alright. So he's going to race us now. Let's see. And we need to fight for board, right? So we need to take this trade. And that will make us discard the Tinkerbell, because no, we need something to ink. Well, it's either Be Our Guest or Tinkerbell. So Tinkerbell, fine. Then we ink the Be Our Guest to play the Rapunzel, and she can heal up this dude, and then we draw another card. Okay, so then we need to take this one. So now we're ahead on board, right? Because our minions are stronger than his minions, and well, he's 1 card ahead of us. So we're actually missing a good 5-drop, and then Genie can win us back the board. And after that has happened, then we can start worrying about questing and luring again, right? Until that point, we're still playing catch up. Okay, so that's a good 5-drop. Five on board. Okay, so because he only has one card in hand, right? And he has the Flynn out. How much do we have on board? We have 6 on board. So if we take out this Flynn, he can only quest for 3, and we can quest for more. I think that's the correct play, but I'm not certain. Because it's a risk, right? If we don't draw a card that we can ink next turn, then the genie in our hand is just... oh, he can't, right. Then the genie in our hand is just a wasted card. So now we have board. And we need to raise these 2 characters because we can't get rid of them. We don't have evasive characters on board at the moment. If he wants to take this trade, then that's fine. You do need to watch out for the Stitch. Okay, so he's probably not going to take that trade. You need to watch out for the Stitch, right? Because you can also have the Rockstar. It can snowball. It's ridiculous. Opponent thinking really hard here. Thinking he's debating whether to take out the Stitch or just the quest. I think personally I would have taken out the Stitch. I think I would have. Alright, quest with everything because we need to play catch up. Cusco can take something out if he targets it. He can get rid of the Stitch now with Olaf, which is fine. But I would have taken out the Stitch because Rockstar is still a thing. I do play Rapunzel's, as he can see, so that would have given me an additional draw if I drew a Rapunzel. Hey, Mother's knows best. Nice. Alright, so those are the cards my opponent has. And he's gonna race us now. Alright, hey, Rapunzel. Okay, let's see. We need to take care of at least one of his guys. We also need to do art thing. So it's play the Rapunzel, heal the Stitch. Load up the board again. Then slam the Stitch into this guy. Because then he can't make game next turn. Okay. So first play the Rapunzel. Heal up the Stitch. Sure. We need to quest with both. Or at least with this dude. We need to quest with this dude because he quests for 3. Play the Lilo as well. Then hit in here. Take this trade. Right? And then quest with this. And now he can't make game and we can. That's a good card. But he needed like a Rafiki, right, to get rid of our guys. Because this is 5, this is 7. So I don't think even Rafiki would have helped him. Alright. Well, so far so good. I do like this deck more than the Amethyst version, and hopefully we'll draw into a better or another 4-drop. All right, Emerald. Hey. Oh, this is the same guy. No. We need to ink something, so we're gonna ink the mag. Yeah. Ink mag, play this dude, bodyguard. Quest. So if he has Befuddle, he can get rid of the Lilo. What else? I think that's the only card. It doesn't have it. Oh wow. That's cool. That is cool. Okay, so this turn. We don't have a 5-drop. Huh. That sucks. Let's see. I want to play the Stitch, but I also want to play the cat. So I think... But we need to ink something. So we're going to forego on the turn 4 play, because we don't have enough ink in our hands. Right, we do need to... If we ink the Cheshire Cat, play the Stitch, then we do need to draw an inkable card, or else the setup would have been for nothing, right? Just quest with everything and pass. So now we can get rid of our Lilo with the Rafiki. Playing his own cat. Alright. Why can I play this card? Oh, because I can play the Cheshire Cat. Alright. So we do need to ink, because we have expensive cards in this deck. And then we're playing the cat. And then we're just gonna quest with everything. And if this is erased, then currently we are winning. However, he has more cards in hand than we have. He needs a Befuddle to get rid of the Simba so that he can get rid of the Lilo, or he needs a Rafiki. And I don't think he has other removal tools. Maybe if he plays a Meg and then buff up the cat, and then the Pascal into the Simba. But yeah, that costs a lot. So I don't know. And if we ever draw a 5-drop, we can use just in time. And otherwise, we're just gonna keep on inking to... Ah, there it is. To get the genie down. He needs to take a straight. Yep. Alright. So now we're losing on board. And then you just quest with everything. Another Simba. So we're losing on board. This will just take care of the Simba. I think we need to go to... I think we need to try to play the genie. So we're gonna ink the Simba and then not play anything this turn. All right. Okay, so basically we've lost this one. That's too bad. See, if we drew an inkable card, then we could have gotten the genie down, removed one of the cats, right? Now he's gonna quest for 6. And next turn we won't have enough. Because then we could have quest for 6 to 16 ourselves, and then this would have been 4, so that we would have set up lethal, so he had to deal with our cards, which he did, which he couldn't, I believe. Yeah, so that's too bad. That card can go. Play this card. Yeah, go away. So that's too bad. Deck is playing like 14 uninkables. I am considering of removing the just-in-times. Well, at least 2 of them. So to play 2 other cards that are inkable. Don't know which one though. Don't know which ones. All right. Play. And this is another turn 4 play. So Tinkerbell or Hans. Well, let's ink the Tinkerbell to play the Hans, because the Hans quests for more, right? Mulan. So that's Emerald Ruby. All right. Hey. Our own Flynn. So this quests for 2. This also quests for 2. I think we're going to have to race. So oh, that's weird. Oh, right. Okay, let's see. We're going to have to race. So let's ink this guy and play the cat and then quest. Okay, the reason why is because I don't think Stitch is going to survive until turn 4. We are going to have to race. Also because we had a bad start, so we need to get going. And by the time we get to the turn 4, which is actually next turn, but then we still want to have our turn 5, so do we want to ink the Mad Hatter? We're gonna ink the Flynn here and play the Hans. Right, so I don't think we would have had enough cards to justify keeping the Stitch, the Rockstar. Right, Flynn was our only drawable card, which we had to ink this turn. I'd rather keep Cusco for a later turn, and then Mad Hatter because he will draw us cards. So that's why the Rockstar had to go. Now we're behind on cards, but we do have the board. And I don't think we can afford to play around with the bear now. So ink this one. We can play this one. I'm not gonna take care of the cat because it will also take care of my guy. And if he can play Aladdin this turn, then that sucks. And there it is. So who's he gonna hit? All right. Well then, Stitch goes into Aladdin. First heal, draw one. Sure, let's draw one. All right. Then that goes there. And we're lucky that he didn't draw, that he didn't drew into his control card, right? Like Dragon's Fire. Because Dragon Fire on Mad Hatter would suck. Genie, nice. Hit the Mad Hatter, good. Okay, so unfortunately, we're gonna ink the Stitch again. We aren't that starved for cards anymore because we have 3 and he has 2, right? So I think it's better to play the Cusco. The Cusco can just cost for 3. And Dragon's Fire is not gonna work, so he needs to have Be Prepared. And the next turn drop another Cusco. Yeah, Be Prepared. There we go. See, and that's the thing with Be Prepared. You have to make it, or you have to bait them into. He had to play Be Prepared there because we had such a big board, right? But we didn't overextend to the board. Which I think we would have if we went the Rockstar Stitch and then play all the small minions. If we went that route, or at least tried to go that route. So now we're just gonna play another Cusco. I'm not gonna ink. So he needs to have another Be Prepared. All right, let's see. When this character is exerted, opposing characters can't quest. All right, so if she hits into the Cusco for 2. So we need something with attack power, which we don't have. Let's see. So we're just gonna play the Mad Hatter, right? Because then he's gonna quest for 2, so he needs to have something that quest for 2. I think this Gothel is gonna wreck us because we can't get rid of it. Okay. Now we got a Simba. Let's see. We need to hit into this. So what? A Genie? But that's not gonna do it because we don't have enough ink. Oh, so we made a mistake last turn, right? We had to like ink the thing, so that this turn we could have played this card. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that can actually help us here. Okay, well, let's draw this card. Yeah, confirm. And that's gonna be it. So yeah, last turn we should have inked the thing, Then we would have been on 7. Then this turn, if we drew an inkable card, we could have inked that card. Yeah, then we could have inked that card, then played the Be Our Guest, hopefully get a genie, and then with the genie we could have still won, right? Sent the Gottel back to hand. Apart from that, I don't think there was any other way.